It's AWTITUDE representing for Lion's Voice. Yes, massive. This is the time for I and I, the lion them to tell I and I story, our story. Yes, and we reign and rule like this. Reign and rule, yeah. Selassie, I reign and rule. You can't take the lion vibes, people. If you no fool, cause we know Selassie reign and rule. Reign and rule. Selassie, I reign and rule. Queen Omega drop them in the fire, pull from them, no Queen Omega, she reign and rule. Royal Kushite, ancient essence, Emperor Selassie in a majestical presence, flash of all sevens, projecting through I and I events. We sing a song for the king, we bring joy and blessing and overstanding, yeah. We hear Jah every day, reign and rule, yeah. Selassie, I reign and rule. Yes, I lion vibes, Selassie, I reign and rule. Attitude say that Boondocks, Black Organization of Global Diplomats optimizing expressions to the world. Tiluo, tilie.
Well, front to us, a son was born and a child was given.
I want to ask you a question. Have you got your book? Haile Selassie's Ethiopia Volume 1, The Rise of the Priest Warrior King. I've read the book in its entirety, and I must say it's very inspirational, very informative, and very historical, right?
Them call him Rastafari. When he was born, rain fall from the sky. Them call him Rastafari. When he was grown in airplanes he fly. They call him Rastafari. Iron break the chain, weep not, don't cry. Them call him Rastafari. Read the Revelation chapter 5 verse 5. Then born near the city of Harar, the inspiration for Bob Marley's guitar. People crowd him like some big superstar. It no matter if England.
So
Right.
you're coming up in the inner city, Bahamas, standpipe, you're collecting your water at the standpipe, no running water, outside toilets. Rastafari is present in the community. When was it that I decided to gravitate to Rastafari and decide that this was going to be the eye chart?
All right. Like I say, right? I was a part of a gang at that time, and my family was having a family reunion, you know, and I got a friend, a familiar friend. He was my brethren at that time, my bona fide. So I invite him, tell him, say my family having a family reunion. So when we go there, we got smoke and we get eat, and we get smoke and we get eat. I see, because at the time, you know, we smoking ganja too, you know. So when we went, the funny thing is, when we went the family reunion, I saw some of my cousins who I saw for a long time. We grew up together, but like I didn't saw them for a long time. They live in one of the other old islands called Freeport, Grand Bahama.
Okay.
You know, so
how old was the guy at this time? What age are we talking about?
I was 16.
16, okay.
Yeah,
Teenager.
I was 16.
That's the theme, okay.
Right. So when we went to the family reunion, I saw my cousin. Like right before I saw my cousin, me and my brethren, we was looking for like how I remember my auntie them for a long time. There's a place called Nassau Village in the capital. So I didn't really be in by in a long time. So I wasn't familiar with the community. So I didn't know where to go smoke. I didn't want to disrespect nobody, you know. So my brethren asked me, man, when we could start smoking. So I told them, hold on. I see some of my cousins. I said, let me look for them. But when I saw them, I almost didn't recognize them because I saw like 4 Rasta brethren, and they look more ancient. Like they're young like me, but they look more ancient. They look like lions, you know what I mean? Like lions, you know, well mugged, and you know that at that time, you know, like coming in the Rastafari, even coming in the Rastafari, like I used to go like slabs. We're not the locks, like what we got to be like slab, thick slab. So I see this man them. Well, like I was so confounded and surprised when I walked to them to ask them a question. Then I turned around and I surprisingly saw it was my cousin. And then I said, wow. I said, man, the item was Rasta said, you know what I mean? They tell me, yeah. So I was so stunned. I asked them if they're smoker. I said, I am a smoke because true man, I get some ganja. I got about an ounce of ganja. They say get some ganja, and you know, I want remember brethren looking for a place to smoke. So they tell me, say, yeah, man, I mean to be a smoke, man. Say, yeah, man. So they walk forward, we walk, and we go across to the next side. And as we go on the next side, you know, as Rastaman, you know, they bless the herb. Then like I saw a different agitation, I saw a different vibration. Like I and I at that time, you know, we just rolling and smoking. But the brethren them like they I see I was watching them from the break anyhow. But I see a change in them, like I see like more than yes man them like they roll their ganja and then they like all them block a prayer. They hold the Trinity. I didn't know the Trinity yet.
They're moving
right, you know, and they block a prayer, giving thanks to the Most High, you know, for the sacrament. Then we get in the reasoning. And they start telling me about His Majesty, you know. They start telling me about His Majesty for Africa, with Rastafari, and everything. And very so amazed. I leave. When we finish smoking, I leave from there. Only 2 things I remember. Yeah, and they tell me about the dietary, the eating. And very so amazed with what they say. Because true, like, they tell me that we have a black king. I didn't know about no black king. You know what I mean? A black king? Rastafari. So Haile Selassie is our king of kings? What? We are not King George or the Queen Elizabeth. You know what I mean? And then to me, I always feel a certain different type of spirituality anyhow, because trying always to pray to Jesus, and I didn't feel certain things from how they were teaching. And so when they tell me that, man, that's stuck in my head. So I was walking forward, you know, they talk right there. Only thing 2 things I remember was yes. Haile Selassie is I and a black king and I and a God. And Rastas don't eat meat. That's all I remember. And as we walk out, I let them walk in front of us. So I tell my brethren, say, his name was Ernest. So I call him Ogre. So I tell him, I say, Ogre. I say, look here, wait. He say, look here. Hey, but we had our plan to eat meat. You know what I mean? So I tell him, look here. I say, Ogre, look here, wait. I say, wait, let me go forward there. Wait, we Rastas, wait, we ain't eat no more meat, wait. So he's down me for a while, you know what I mean? Because that's my brethren, and you know what I mean? He's down me. But when we going forward to the family union, to the yard where it was, that day, I had 2 parts, like we going 2 different parts because, okay, when we reach the yard, I tell him he's Rasta now. You know them buffet style, but this have the family union, all the food right there. All the food in front of us. We done ran. Our plan was to come here, eat, smoke, eat, smoke, eat, smoke. Now I tell him he's Rasta. We don't eat meat. So now he watching us. So he telling me, man, too. Or they call me outlaw. He say outlaw. He say outlaw, man. Man, okay, man. I no more Rasta, man. No, first he asked me, say, partner. He asked me, say, outlaw. Who the girl is? That's my cousin. This was my cousin. She was walking around, saving the food. So I didn't answer him. I just tell him that's my cousin. I didn't really get no detail because I trying to figure out how we can eat and what we can eat. Because he keep nagging me. He say, man, oh no, what we can eat, man? I say, hold on, man. I say, brethren, you take my cousin him over there. I say, you think there's Rastas? You think they ain't got nothing for them to eat? I say, hold on, just give a chance. We can let them know he's Rasta too. And what they eat, we can eat. But he couldn't rate, so he nagged me. Somebody nagged me. So
tempted. The meat,
tempted, nice, you know. So, right. You know, so he said, man, outline or Rasta, man. He said, man, I'm hungry. So I said, man, hold on then. So I called my cousin. I said, Tanya, come here. I said, Tanya, that's Ogre. He wants some. I said, Tanya, that's Ogre. He like you. He wants some food. I don't believe it. From that day, I introduced them. They get married and they had children. And them two going together, and I tried Rastafari from that day.
You see, so the blessing was still there. Get his meat and it find him right.
Yes, right.
I tried with Rastafari. So,
my Lord,
talk to I and I about the emperor, because the no meat was one thing, so you changed the eating. The other thing was that you had a black king.
Right.
Haile Selassie the First, how did you, or how did the I rather study this? Did you just take it as the fact right there from what your cousins told you? Did you do further research?
Right.
What was
Okay.
the I journey?
Now, just like how you say, right? Because I was getting elaborate, I got elaborate on it more, right? Like, okay, it was good while my cousin them was here because they just came for the family reunion.
Yes.
And the family reunion just last a weekend.
Yes.
So by Monday they was gone.
Okay.
and only me one was in Nassau, and only me one saying is Rasta now.
Okay.
And I don't know nothing about Rastafari. Only thing I know is that, like you say, Haile Selassie is God. He is our black king, and Rastas don't eat meat. So now I trying to figure out now how I could deal with this now. So like you say, right? So the first thing what I learned is that you read the Bible. Okay.
Yeah.
So what I started doing, and like I started reading the Bible. Because true, I was familiar with going to church, and I was familiar with certain scriptures and things in the Bible. So now I started reading the Bible, you know what I mean? So I come across, they come across Revelations, then they come across scriptures like Psalm 68, you know what I mean? There's like what my cousin them point out to me, Psalm 68, Revelation, then Isaiah, Isaiah 9 and 6. Then they point out Psalms 87. So
you were looking at these Psalms by yourself, or you link with Rastafari that were in Nassau, or how did you choose these parts of the Bible to read for the thyself?
No, like I say, right? My cousin they did first, like, okay, what I did as I was seeking, I end up calling them, right? Then they point out the first Psalms.
Okay.
Then like in them times, like some Bible, right? Like some Bible, like she had me blessed. I had a Bible, right? With like in the middle, right? It had like certain lines with familiar scriptures. So you gotta go to, like just said, if you read certain things like exalt them by the name of Jah who art upon the heavens. I know, so then it have say another scripture will point you to, like in Isaiah, where that you find another part where Jah in the Bible again. So all that I started to come across and say, oh, you know what I mean? This Jah ain't for Jehovah, this for Jah Rastafari, right? So now I started to go to the church because that's where I grew up. I grew up under the church, so I go under the church. So I think it was in church.
What type of church? Was it Anglican, Catholic? What type of church?
It was a Baptist church. It was a Baptist church.
Okay.
Right. It was a Baptist church, right? What I raised up under, So I go under the church, right? And through like more times, you get up the youth, the youth groups, right? Right. So I was in the youth group, and the brethren was just talking some things what didn't really resonate too much with me, So I started to question that,
Okay.
And then questioning it, like you see that more time, like I'm more reading the Bible, So he asked me, for some familiar reason, the youth pastor asked me if I try to become a Rasta for some reason, and when he happened that way, so standing, where like I with all the children them now, all the youths them and everyone, and he tried to put me on the spot, So I didn't know how to answer it, so he asked me again. So yes, I had to say yeah, you know what I mean? Because I say more time because I don't really believe in the Jesus, you know what I mean? I don't really believe in the Jesus anyhow. And he said, who's Jesus? What is Jesus? I say, you know that we have a black king, we have a black dog. What when I start saying them things? Oh man, all the children start come. Then after that, I get put out the youth. The youth group.
And you were what, 17 at this time? 16, 17 at this time?
16. I still 16. Okay. Yeah, I still 16.
All right.
I get put out the youth, and then they send me to the pastor. Now, Me and the pastor talking, and he talking to me, and that's where I get to see that, like, the pastors really like fighting God's word, because just so I get to see the pastors there and really teaching God's word, they fighting God's word, because when I point the scriptures like Psalms 87 and Psalm 68, you won't believe the pastor fight them things. And I tell him, hold on, man. You know, because, you know, like, I wasn't adding, and I just reading and talking, asking, like, how Psalm 68 say, exalt him, I say, his foundation was made in all the mountain. Then I talk about this one born there in Ethiopia. So I asked him, so, man, so what this saying? Who this is? Just talking about his majesty. So, man, again, he like fighting these things, and when I see him fighting the scripture, that's when I get to see. And then, just to, you know, he keep me outside from being in the youth church. That's why I get to see there's faults and there's fighting. He keep me outside from the youth church, from me going forward and not talking to me until church over. When he come outside, then he stopped talking to me. Then I realized, oh, this Lord was just fighting me and keeping me here. So more times I couldn't get to the youth. So every Sunday I start going forward to the church and start talking with the youth, start sharing them Rastafari, and start challenging the youth pastor. The youth pastor don't like that then.
Yeah. Well, Haile Selassie the First, the Almighty, and he was crowned with Empress Menen. And you see there come a time in every relationship in it brand new and your heart is full of doubt. And you try investigate to check things out. And sometimes you see if you follow word of mouth, you end up to take the wrong route. Well, it's a mystery, what a mystery, and I can't see. But will she diss me? Will she trick me? Or is it just me? Well, it's a mystery, what a mystery, and I can't see. But will she diss me? Or will she be the wife and mother of my baby? Sometimes I feel like she's holding back. Something inside says it don't react. Sometimes I hear how the people chat. Most of the time we ignore all of that. The way she read books made my soul relax. Love how she look and she proud to be black. Me love how she cook and how she state the fact. She said the wicked are female like wax. Well, it's a mystery, what a mystery, and I can't see. Well, will she diss me? Will she trick me? Or is it just me? Well, it's a mystery, what a mystery, and I can't see. Well, will she diss me? Or will she be my wife and mother of my baby? When we come together, everything is clear. Anytime we touch, I know love is dear. Sometimes it seems like this girl disappear, and when me ask, me can't find this girl anywhere. Plus, nobody knows a thing when me ask around. In on me head, wonder if she again pass around. In somebody bed, and them have me as the clown. That's when me hear the telephone sound.